Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Alright, so I'm watching the intro back as I'm editing this, and I promise you, I am not sad. It literally sounds, I look so depressing, but I am not sad. I basically slept with the AC on all night last night. That was the best sleep of my life. That shit smacked, and so my throat is kind of like, dry. So I'm not sad. This is not a depressing video. I'm just literally like waking up and my throat is dry from the AC. That's all. Let's continue.
Alright, so if you're watching this, it is because I have finally posted my plant box video. So basically, I'm filming this intro the day that you guys are watching this video. I'll also be filming the outro the day you guys watch this video. And basically, I watched that intro out again, and there were a lot of things I said that I didn't feel like reflected me now. So firstly, during quarantine, a lot of us have been picking up different things that we've been enjoying to do for ourselves. For me, it has been definitely face masks, taking care of my hair a lot more. Like, my roots are super deep in because I'm letting my hair grow. Cooking for myself, I've been cooking a lot, and obviously planting. I've become a plant mom. I've grown a lot of things you guys will see during the video, and it's been a really great time. I know for a lot of people, therapy works, going on walks works, laying down and listening to music, watching the sunset, whatever your cup of tea is, like, that's great, and I've tried it all. But for me, it's just been planting, and it's been the weirdest thing yet the cutest thing ever, if that makes sense. Basically, this video is me building my plant box, doing something for myself. I tend to feed my happiness off of like materialistic things, and I felt like building this thing with my dad really put things into perspective, that even the simplest things could make me really happy. I feel like I have to put in a disclaimer. All my little chismosos out there, all my little family that loves to run their mouth and I'm doing this, or I'm putting this disclaimer out mainly for the respect of both my mom and my dad. So my parents are separated. I did talk to my mom and ask her if it was okay if my dad would be at the house and build this with me, and if it would be okay for me to film the process and put it up to the internet where basically anybody could see it, including my relatives in El Salvador and even my relatives here in LA. And obviously she was a little bit hesitant, nevertheless she let me do it. And thank you, Mom, for watching. If you're watching this, thank you. And to my dad, thank you so much for putting time apart for me to build this thing, for helping me financially pay for this, because it was a lot of money. And yeah, now that disclaimer is out, I am in no way saying that I am a gardener, that I know what I'm doing. I am seriously just going off of like things I've seen off of YouTube, things I've read off of labels at like Home Depot and stuff. So this is a lot of like trial and error. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I went from this to this amazing plant box, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing a voiceover pretty much for most of the video that is sped up like this. But right now what we're doing is we're connecting the power saw and the power drill to a main source so that the power wouldn't go out. The power did go out once for us when we did it, so we had to connect it to a different source. And then right here what we're doing is we're lining up two bases. This will basically be the bottom part of the plant box, and we're putting them together. As you can see, we're still putting them together. I don't know what we were talking about that we just couldn't put them together. Okay, so now we're measuring them, and what we're gonna do is basically cut 3 equal parts of this on another wood so that we can power drill the 2 pieces together. That way we can create a sturdy base and the plants won't move. So you guys will see that right now. Yeah, so there goes my dad with the power saw. As you can see, I went back inside because the power did go out. So yeah, we had to connect it to a different source, and then here he is cutting it into 3 pieces. And then we started fighting because I was like, it's not going to be cute. And then he was like, don't worry about it, you're going to see how it is at the end. So yeah. Alright, so then my dad is finishing up cutting up the 3 pieces. And what we're going to do now is we're going to measure them equally and put them on the board. So this will be the bottom part. So for example, if Bella was like under it, this is what she would see on top.
Yeah, so this is the bottom part, and this is me trying to screw it in. It was literally impossible. But yeah, we're just creating a really sturdy base, and it ended up turning out a lot stronger than I anticipated, so I'm happy we went with my dad's idea. Okay, so at this point of the night, it was starting to get really, really dark and pretty dangerous because my neighbors were popping fireworks like no other. So we went inside as pretty much what we finished on the first night. At this point, I was feeling unconfident about how it was gonna look, but I have high hopes about it, so yeah. Alright, so at this point, it is Tuesday now, and my dad actually started working on the box before I could wake up. I had worked the night before, which was a Monday night, until like 1 in the morning. So I woke up pretty late. I woke up basically to the sound of the power drill, and I was super mad at him because I was like, what the heck, Dad? We're supposed to be working on this together. But he was like, I didn't want to wake you up, so whatever. So right now what he's doing is he's cutting like the sideboards. So he measured them and he had them pre-cut already. So that's what we're doing, and he's basically doing right now the same thing to the other side. And yeah. Okay, so basically right now what we're doing is we're putting the sideboards up. I had to come put my leg and my weight on it so that they would kind of stick because we ended up sawing them a little bit too long. And then he's doing the same thing right here. So it ended up turning out perfectly fine, no problems at all. And we ended up loving the length of it. The only thing that we're talking about right now is that we're realizing this is actually a lot heavier than we intended. And then once we add the soil, fertilizer, and the plants actually start growing, it's just going to be way too heavy for some wooden legs. And I wasn't about to spend a whole bunch of money on some steel legs. So we're going to end up lifting this a little bit different. And you guys will see that in a bit. So I'm just walking on the box so you guys can kind of see how long it is. It's pretty long. It's a lot longer than we had anticipated. Alright, so it's a new day, and basically what we're doing today is sliding these 2 pieces of wood under the box. Like I told you guys before, the box was just way heavier than we had anticipated, so we're gonna be lifting the box pretty much differently. Not about to spend so much money on some steel legs, so this is just a different alternative. It ends up coming out really great. It's a perfect height. I don't have to hunch over to water the plants or anything. So yeah, just like that, super easy. We just slid the little pieces of wood under. Alright, so it's now July 14th, and basically I went yesterday with Carlos to go buy some sacks of dirt. We bought 3 sacks just to see how much we needed, and basically, as you guys can see that I'm showing you here, there are these cracks in the middle of the 2 wood frames. It's just natural parting, and what I did was I put the lining of the bag under so that the soil would not come out. So as you guys saw like a little bit before, there was like probably like a tag or something down there, so I had put that there to basically avoid anything from falling out. And right now what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit more of that plastic wrapping, and I also poked some holes in the middle so that in case I were to like overwater the plants or something, the water would just come out and the plants wouldn't have to like drown basically. So if anybody's curious, this is the dirt I used. Yes, there are different kinds of dirt, and obviously because this is a raised bed, it's not, you know, soil from the ground. It's not getting the same nutrients as like if I were to plant a tree or something downstairs. So I have to get this that comes with like nutrition and fertilizer and stuff like that already in it. And then you do have to switch this out like every like 2-3 months, kind of like add some new dirt, add some new fertilizer, because like it's just not the same. It's just not the same like nutrients that it once had. Alright, so it's about a week later. This clip is actually literally from today, Tuesday, July 21st. It's what the plant box looks like this morning. And I could not be happier over how it looks. There was a clip in between this where Mel and I added one more sack of dirt and transferred all the plants from like the pots to the plant box. I have no idea what happened to it. I tried looking for the footage everywhere, but I literally couldn't find it. But yeah, this is what the plant box looks like. I could not be happier with how it turned out. I get so much joy out of watering the plants every single morning. And yeah, we got our tomatoes, basil, the flowers, the aloe vera, the little succulents, and it's just the cutest thing ever. Alright, and these little babies that are starting to sprout are actually sunflowers. So I planted some sunflowers, and what they're doing right now is going through this process called germination. I don't really know how to explain it, but I guess the best way I could is they're basically creating bacteria within their environment so that the seeds will sprout. You don't give them water, you don't give them too much sunlight, you just kind of water them the first time that you plant the seeds, and you put some sort of like plastic wrap over it, preferably clear, so that it gets just a little tiny bit of sunlight. Yeah, so that's why the little like plastic film on top was like kind of vapory little water droplets, because from the heat trapped inside it creates that little bit of water. And it's actually working. So if you guys remember, or if you guys can read the labels, these things say daisy and lavenders, and those never sprouted. I had like one or two sprout, and then I transferred them to the plant box and they literally died. And I want to say it's because I didn't germinate them, and I literally forgot to do it. So now that I've done it with my sunflowers, I see that it literally works. So I am on day, I believe, 5. So on Thursday will be exactly 7 days. So from 7 to 10 days, I can transfer them to a bigger sort of like pot or plant box or anything. So that's when I will transfer my sunflower seeds to the other side. But yeah, I'm showing you guys the little water droplets, and they just basically like cook in there. It's like the best way I can explain it. And I'm telling you, 2 more days and then I will transfer them over. And yeah, I'm super excited for my sunflowers because sunflowers are my favorite flowers of all time. Guys, Bella is literally terrified of the balcony, but ever since we've had the plant box out there, she just loves to hang out and go smell the plants. It's the cutest, most wholesome thing in the world.
Alright guys, so that is it for my plant box video. Thank you guys so much if you stayed until the end of this video. If you did, comment this emoji. Thank you guys so much for 140 subscribers. It means the world to me. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway at 200 subscribers. Filming this was so much fun, and building it with my dad was also amazing. Over the years, obviously, I felt like I've had this disconnect with my dad because of like school and work, and we just live very different lives. And then, you know, he's not here at home anymore, so it's just been obviously like a drastic change. And building this with him really brought back like a connection between him and I just love waking up every day and watering the plants. Like I literally just did it in the middle of filming the intro and the outro, and it was the best thing ever. Let me know if you guys want to see more plant box updates just in between my vlogs. Obviously I'm not gonna have like a full ass video dedicated to just like a new plant that I like planted. But yeah guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye guys.